with the first fight of the night, and that fight is JP Buys and Bruno Silva. This fight is a flyweight fight. JP Buys the favorite in the fight at minus 190 for the slight favorite in the fight. 24, almost 25 years old, 5 foot 6 inches tall, has a reach of 67 inches. So a lot of advantage there already for JP Buys. He has the slight age advantage, has the height advantage, and has the reach advantage. Has Bruno Silva, the underdog in the fight, plus 160, is 31 years old, 5 foot 4 inches tall, and has a reach of 66 inches. So a lot of advantages there for JP Buys in the fight. And then the Tapology predictions, guys. It's absolutely insane. 1,370 different votes. 86% going for JP Buys to win the fight, mainly by decision, and then 14% going for Silva to win the fight, also mainly by decision. I think most likely the fight's going to go all the way, but JP Buys, I'm going to say it right now, he has finished every single one of his fights that he's been in, and those 2 losses on his record, he's 9-2, right? Those 2 losses on his record are also finishes, so every single one of these, look, guillotine, ground and pound TKO, 4th round TKO, 3rd round knockout, 1st round guillotine, 2nd round TKO, 1st round triangle, 2nd round knockout, 1st round rear naked, 1st round rear naked, 1st round rear naked. Every single win and loss has gone in the 1st or 2nd or 3rd or even the 4th round in that main event. None of his fights have gone all the way. Let's check his amateur career. His only amateur fight, that is the only time a fight of his, a professional or amateur fight, has gone all the way. That is absolutely insane. I mean, JP Buys went 6-0 as an amateur fighter, knockout, 2nd round knockout, decision win, rear naked submission, another submission win, a 1st round knockout win as a pro, 1st round submission, 2nd round knockout, 1st round submission. I mean, this dude's an absolute beast. His only loss inside of Dana White's contender series to Joby Sanchez, and this one earlier in his career, he lost that one by 2nd round TKO, but since that loss on Dana White's contender series in 2017, I mean, he's looked really, really good. 1st round mounted guillotine choke submission, 3rd round knockout, 4th round knockout, 1st round TKO inside of the LFA, and then a 1st round guillotine inside of Dana White's contender series over Jacob Silva. I mean, he's looked really, really good recently, but Bruno Silva, currently ranked as the 40th best flyweight fighter in the world. He's not really doing too good inside the UFC right now. He has 3 fights inside the UFC. One of them won a no contest against Khalid Taha. The other 2 were decisions that were very, very dominant against him, against Tagir Lembekov and David Dvorak, who are pretty good flyweight fighters. I believe in the top 20 of the flyweight division, but he lost to both of them by unanimous decision. If you look at how he wins his fights, it's really, really spread out. 4 TKO and KO wins, 3 submission wins, and 4 decision wins. Out of his losses, 2 by submission and 1 by knockout, and then 3 losses by decision. I think this fight is very likely to end by finish. JP Buys finishing every single one of his fights. Do I think that Bruno Silva is going to finish the fight? No, I do not. If JP Buys were to finish the fight, I would have to say it'd be a guillotine choke submission, maybe a rear naked choke submission, or he gets the fight to the ground and lands a lot of good shots and gets a TKO victory over Bruno Silva. I think that is very likely, but I just don't see that happening in this one. I think JP Buys, there's going to be moments in this fight where it's going to look like he can possibly get a finish, maybe a rear naked or TKO in the fight, but I don't think he will secure that TKO or submission in the fight. I think he's going to take Bruno Silva to the ground and let a lot of good ground and pound shots, get a lot of control time on the ground. And once the fight gets back on the feet, I think they're pretty even in the striking game, the grappling game. I give the edge to JP Buys because he has a lot of control time under his belt, a lot of ground and pound, a lot of control time. So if the fight hits the mat, I think JP Buys will have the advantage. And if it's on the feet, I think it's going to be very, very even. Maybe give a slight edge to JP Buys. But either way, wherever this fight goes, in my opinion, JP Buys has the advantage. So wherever the fight goes, I think JP Buys is going to win. So I'm going to say it's going to be a 30-27 decision for JP Buys. Just because wherever the fight goes, I think he'll do very, very good. So that is my prediction for the first fight of the night, JP Buys and Bruno Silva. I have JP Buys winning that fight by 30-27 unanimous decision.